So Exquisite Timepieces is where this watch is on loan from. My contact Tyler picked this one. I personally didn't know anything about the brand. I had to do a little bit of homework. We're going to take a closer look at this. We're going to take a really close look at this because that is where this brand shines. This Sartory Billard. I'm not sure how to say it exactly. What they're kind of known for is the attention to detail. The dial materials are very important and the craftsmanship, and it shows. The closer you look, the more impressed you will be. Big thanks to Exquisite Timepieces. They're an authorized dealer of this brand, as well as at least 60 others and a massive pre-owned collection. So whatever you're looking for, like entry-level Seiko, all the way up to brands that you've never heard of that are hundreds of thousands of dollars, they got you covered. They can either get it, have it, or will make it for you. I don't know. Actually, they do some collabs with some brands. They've done collabs with Doxa and Unimatic and a few others. I can't think. I've shown them on the channel. Squale, I think, actually, and a few others. So that should tell you something right there. They're kind of a big deal. They have great service, super fast shipping. I've been buying watches off them for long before I started working with them on the channel. So let's get into this watch. And as you can see, this is the way they ship to them. And I mentioned to Tyler, I'm like, yo, I got no way to clasp this thing. He's like, yeah, I know the clasp, like you got to put it on separately, and he didn't send it. So yeah, I'll do my best for the wrist shot, but there's a really nice clasp system that they have with it, and it's a cut to fit, strap that is made by Deluxe directly for this brand and their watches. So really nice strap system. But like I said, where they really stand out is their use of unique materials in their dial and their dial construction and attention to detail. So I measure the case at 39.5 millimeter wide. The lug to lug is a 45, pretty short. Thickness only 10.3 millimeter, in part because they're using a LJP G101 automatic movement with 68-hour power reserve. So that's a really nice movement option to keep the cost down, but yet also provide a very nice movement. 20 millimeter lug opening, but you can see these are dramatically curved to fit. So keep that in mind when you go to swap it, because of that shorter lug to lug, those lugs are kind of tucked in, that you're probably going to need a curved spring bar to make it fit. I don't think you're going to be able to go straight across. You can see all the profile of them. And then you have an actual pretty legit sized 7 millimeter signed screw down crown for a watch like this. It's actually kind of nice to have something like that. It's easy to operate. Has 100 meter water resist. That's pretty good. So I think you could just wear this if you wanted to. If your budget allows it, because yeah, this one, exactly. I know they have some less expensive ones, but this one's like $5,500. This is a limited edition of only 50 pieces made. And it's partly because of that stone, that mineral or material in the center there, right? That is called Chrysocolla. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that right. It's sourced in Germany, actually not far from where Sartory Billard is. It's not too far from there. So it's responsibly sourced from that region and then thinly sliced. And as you can see, it has, depending on your perspective or what depth of view that you have with it, kind of has that look. If you could kind of imagine looking down into a crystal clear blue water lagoon type, and then looking down at the bottom, kind of has that vibe to me. But if you look up close, it really doesn't change. Like it's a great looking piece. I've watched videos where they have a really brilliant red center dial, and that's actually an emerald, and it's thinly sliced. So I imagine the materials they're using and how they're producing them, the failure rate has got to be super high because it's a really thin disc, and you can see the texture and the material there that they probably crack easily. So to get a good successful use piece for their watches, they have to kind of limit their production. Now the outer part of the dial is actually sapphire. That's a piece of sapphire, super thin. And then they apply these diamond cut polished markers, and then they have, in the odd positions, they have almost like an Eiffel Tower look, a little printing there, and then the railroad track going around the perimeter. You have those Dolphin style handset, also kind of diamond cut and polished handset, super legible. BGW9 lume as well. And then you have that concave bezel, fully polished, just a good clean watch. You even have some fluting on the case back, which it has 4 unique style screws instead of just a typical like screw they use. They have like their own special little hardware there. I like that. It helps keep a symmetry to it, I think. Now, let me try to simulate a wrist shot the best I can without mucking this up. So here we go. That's what it looks like on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. There's plenty of strap there, so like you would get that sized. I don't know if this is a watch. I think if you're willing to spend the money and get something like this, maybe incorporate it with a nice trip to Naples, Florida, and visit the people, the crew, the guys, the gals at Exquisite Timepieces. Tell them I sent you. Hang out, you know, have a little celebration sip of something, whatever your favorite drink is. Then hang out with the crew, check out some other watches, and get this thing sized and wear it out of the showroom. That would be really cool. That would be a fun experience. Let me give it a quick blast with the UV light. Turn off the studio lights, because yeah, there is lume. They actually put a decent amount of BGW9 lume on this thing. There you go. You can see the railroad track is fully lumed, those little Eiffel Tower markers, and then of course the hour and minute hand. It's different, I know. We're gonna keep exploring some really unique pieces. We got to take advantage of what Exquisite Timepieces offer, and a loomed crown. So they offer things that you didn't even know existed, and we need to take a look at those. I think we need to expand our vocabulary in the watch world. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next vid.